Hayley and I are driving to the paint shop at the moment. We're going to paint tech because they are the best. What are we doing today, Hayley?
We're going to paint the Daihatsu side skirts.
We're also going to install some little mirror visors onto the car and just somehow make it a little bit cuter than it already is.
Yeah, kawaii.
Super kawaii. It is so cute.
More fearful joy.
Yes. More super kawaii.
I was going to rip on my handbrake.
My duty in the car is to hold the side skirt up so Hayley can get into second gear.
Second gear. Yep, in like a boss. That was definitely in the car. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, here we are.
I got the rear spoiler done. So here's a little do-fucking colour. SO7.
Cool. Next up, super cheap for some sandpaper.
Oh, I gotta move the front wheel. It's one thing after another.
Always, always.
Always, always. I get my little fingies in there though.
What are they from, Hayley?
I don't know, another little Daihatsu van turbo thing. I forgot what it's called though.
So, well, the length fits perfectly. She's heard they just need a little bit of a touch up with the heat gun, and just got to take the little adorable little friggin' mud flaps off first.
I don't think they really do anything. Look how small they are.
No, they wouldn't do anything.
Well, there's rocks in there and there's a little bit of mud, so I guess they capture some stuff.
They're rock catchers.
I actually went out and bought these because it didn't have them because I liked them so much.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it didn't have them. I was like, I need them. Oh yeah, right, there's something there. They've got clips, so you can just pop
Have you undone those yet?
Oh, they're spinning on the back. They must have like.
Oh, I'll just grab a...
Oh, you got there. Oh, has that moved now? Is that why I'm having a problem? Does that do up?
Righty tighty lefty loosey. I'm exactly the same. Why it can't move. How many girls does it take to remove a fucking mud flat? Maybe it's a 10. Felt pretty what you mean now.
Hey! No, spoke too soon. I thought this was going to be easy. Oh, once they're off.
This is probably the easy bit. I think it's a bit easy with 2 spanners. But... yeah, there you go.
Hey!
Nope. Celebrated too soon. 2 gingers outside working on the car. After all that, we have got 1 off.
And that thing, I got no idea what that is.
Yeah, I don't know what that is either.
That fits on it, so sort of.
Do you want this 10mm spanner? Because I've got that flat one, and then you can use the ratcheting one on the other side. Oh no, you got a system.
I reckon, yeah. I don't know what the hell that thing is in there though.
Get those guns into it, Hayley.
Oof, oof. Yeah, there we go, that's when it's doing the fucking... Hey! Success, you little bastard.
So now we can see if it actually fits.
Is it going to hide the dent is the main thing. Oh, it's going to be pretty good. That's actually where the bolt hole is for the factory.
Oh, that's heaps good. This will have to like drill a hole in this side.
Because the bottom's supposed to attach, isn't it? You know what I mean? Like, because the bottom's going to... These things have to attach, don't they? What's it got under there? Make them as like little horn buttons. Beep. Just go over like a medium ship, like beep, beep.
Musical speed bumps.
I don't know why I'm pressing them all. I'm just seeing if I've got this vision that one's going to make a sound. I'm pretty sure the guy said he just double side tapes them on. 3M tape, should be right.
Oh, definitely 3M. We don't need to cut anything off though.
Nah.
Oh, cool.
I reckon it's pretty much just try and stick it on. Because this one, it either lines up with that.
Oh, okay.
Right, so
yeah.
I guess that would look like that. I don't know what it looks like from further back. There's either down further. Because that will then line up with the factory.
Yeah, no, that actually looks really good there.
Down.
Yeah.
There.
Oh, but then you're not covering the dent.
Or does it look better up higher?
Yeah, that looks probably more factory because it sits in the line.
But then, what's the point of having side skirts?
Oh, it looks cool. I mean, this would be 2-bolt job. You just drill a hole in the back and then use that bolt hole in the front and then double-sided tape.
That bolt hole, we're going to have to drill a new one.
Oh, it doesn't line up?
Nah, not for that top.
How far out is it? Oh no, okay, that's totally fine. Easy peasy.
Go through there.
That's a good spot as well.
I can't believe I missed my mud flaps.
All the trouble to get them.
I'll leave the back ones on, they look good though.
It's a slight rise as well. Come on, Hayley.
Oh my god!
It's going! Yes! Oh. It doesn't have to go that far. It just has to go.
Oh, we're on a roll now.
Here we go.
At least now if you want to get your car in the cover, you can do it. Oh yeah, tiny car fix.
Well, yeah, Hayley's super happy with how that's turned out. We're going to do a little side mission of putting some of the Fearful Joy mirror visors onto the side mirrors. This is how you do it.
Instructional video, take 1.
The idea here is to heat these up and then they're very heat resistant, so you can actually mould it around to the shape of the mirror so that you can get a really nice fit, because as you can see that comes out too far. I also engrave a recess in there for the double-sided tape just to give it a better fit. Right, I'm doing away from the car so I don't melt the paint on the car. So you can already see it's like moving.
Oh wow.
And if I touch it, it's going to hurt. So I'll just use the other one to bend it around. It cools down really quickly. I've never done one this curved before. Like, they're really, really straight on the Corolla.
Small mirror boy. Maybe if you yell at it enough, it will curve.
Curve! You want to get it a lot more flush within there and in the curve that is still really hot. Because it'll seal a lot better with the double-sided tape. And then you can still use the mirror underneath a little bit more.
Hey, look at that.
Lovely.
It's got a good bend on it too. Ooh. Oh, you got a dirty mind.
No, I don't. You do.
No, you don't. You do.
I always use the good stuff. 3M, absolutely.
3M is the best.
I only use the good stuff.
We don't work for them either.
No. I'm going to use the super cheap auto branded wax and grease remover, which is my favourite thing in the world, which is why I have a giant tub of it.
Oh, works good.
So this is stuff that it's like prep sol, so you use it before you paint anything on anything, because it just gets all the contaminants off any surface. But you just want to apply some pressure to get any of the air out of it as well. And I have children's hands, so I don't really apply that much pressure.
Oh. Ooh. Good work.
Get rid of some of these.
That looks awesome. Look at that. Super kawaii.
We have got all we need now. We've got a sponge and a spray bottle. We've got 400 grit sandpaper with your lobster coloured gloves.
I've got them in there.
So what you want to do is you want to sort of bring it up to the edge of that and push it hard against there and get it quite tight around there, because when it dries on the actual side skirt it can start to grip, and then it'll rip the paper around, and then it'll fold itself over, and then you can sand like the fold basically into the paint, which gives you a really hard time, because then you have to sand more, and we're trying to avoid sanding as much as possible because it's the thing you have to do the most. Just make sure the surface is nice and wet. So that's the first run over with the 400, and we're looking for the shiny spots, and if you can see any metallic-y bits, that needs to come back further. There's heaps of spots here. You can actually see the orange peel.
It's hard to see when it's wet.
Yes, it's impossible to see when it's wet. Everything's like glossy. So yeah, Alex is inspecting it. What does Alex think? Yeah. So the other thing to be mindful of is you can feel the sandpaper there, which we've been using for a while now, is gone really soft, got a bit of grit on it still, so that's not going to be doing as much. We want to just fold it around to that side and then keep going with that. Just make sure that's wet. You want to keep everything wet.
So don't push too hard.
Don't push too hard, let the sandpaper do the work, especially in the edges, because we're doing a colour sand, we don't want any of the plastic to come through. So as you can see, it's already starting to come through a little bit there. Little spots like that are okay. It's also 400, which is a bit more than I would have liked, but if super cheap could stock some 800, that'd be great. And it'll get rid of any blemishes on the surface. Just do extra light around any bends, and when you get into these bits, I mean, you can probably
use the corner a little bit.
Use your finger a little bit for this, but it's also fine. So, but again, you don't want to push too hard with your fingers because it does start pushing the actual fingers in there. And then when you start getting too much paint on top of that surface, you can use a sponge to wipe that back, and then you can already see that we're getting a spot there where it's getting quite thin in the paint. So we want to avoid pressing any harder in that whole area, even just to go around it. We just want to try and get everything, at least that first layer of clear coat off that, because once you hit the colour you can paint over the colour, that's no problem.
Alright, I'll give it my best shot. You'll come back and the side skirt will be sandpaper gone. It'll just be disappeared.
And now I've made Hayley paranoid with with all the information, but you can see how much that's already taking that off there, and how hard you were hardly pressing that at all. So
just gliding it over.
That's just a paint pen, so it comes off with your nail. But yeah, you won't have to press very hard on any of it. You just want to get it till, I don't know if you can see in that light, but I can see in this light, the white's actually changed colour a bit. To the spray booth.
Is this spray booth the lawn?
Yep. Okay. So now that we're in our spray booth, we're going to do this really professional and amazing job of prep selling these. And if you're an actual spray painter, I'm really sorry if you're watching this. So you want to be careful of not touching where you've put the wax and grease remover, because basically the grease is from your skin. So
Fingies?
from your fingies, and then you want to make sure that you curve it around these edges as well, because you want to make sure you get a good coating over all of it. And it does dry quite quickly, like it evaporates. You can wipe it off with the other part of the sock because it will be dry on this end by now. And it does tend to get really static, but hopefully we don't get any lawn clippings from the spray booth on here.
Lawn clippings!
Okay, that'll do, I reckon. Now your turn.
Good work. Like this, there we go, give it a good oh yeah.
Hayley doing a much more thorough job than me, so I'll just go over here for the assist. But you'll observe that Hayley is touching the underneath where we won't be applying very much paint because we're sparing the paint, like the professional that she is. Make sure there's no fingerprints. Sorry, no fingy prints.
Fingy prints.
The nozzle here is actually directional, so it depends what you're spraying. You can just simply, totally simply.
Break. No.
Okay, I don't have the fingies for this, but you can change the direction of the nozzle, which will change the fan pattern that comes out as well.
Good work.
So that should actually come up and down, and if you tilt it that way, it should go further across. And there are technical words for all of these things that I don't know what they are.
Uppy, downy, lefty, righty.
Exactly. The parts of the side skirts that we're going to see is this top edge here is going to be one of the main parts, and the flat surface obviously along there, and the two ends which often get forgotten about. We're not going to concentrate too much on the bottom part of the side skirt because the cure's really low, so we're not even going to see that. And to conserve paint, hoping to get away with one can for both skirts.
Fingers crossed. Smells all good.
I'm just starting with the dust coat. With the dust coat, it sort of sits on the surface of whatever you're painting, and it adheres a little bit to that and gives it a bit of grip when you put the next coats on that are a bit thicker. So the other thing when painting these is you want to get all the edges and stuff first and then go onto your flat panels. The good thing about using good quality paint is it doesn't do that thing where it spits out bits of air, bits of product. We're definitely going to have 2 coats each, but we're definitely going to need 3, so hopefully that's alright. But do you want to do another close-up? You can see that it's still a bit patchy, but that's okay because it's only the first coat. Burrito burrito.
Look at that. Bloody mint.
Oh, and the can's just running out now.
And we're good, you reckon? Yeah.
Yep, that's all it needed. Next up is the clear coat. This is what we just got from Paint Tag, which they suggested. So it's a 2K, which means the hardener is inside there, and it'll come out there as per usual spray can. This is a little coil to put in there to pull the pin like a grenade.
Right, pull the pin, shake and throw. Done.
You want to do the honours of
Okay.
putting it in?
I'm scared.
Yeah, I'm scared. I don't know how it works. Do you have to spin it around? Oh.
Oh,
Is that it?
I guess so.
Just want to get these to rest just that little gap away from the sawhorse in case the clear coat sags, and it'll just sit on that top lip there. With the clear coat you want to do slower and wetter coats just to make sure everything touches. I'm trying to get it between one coat over this side and then the next coat over this side so that it blends a little bit better. The tip is if you touch it in an inconspicuous spot and it's dry enough, you should get these little spider webs. That's probably a bit too many spider webs, so I think that is still a bit too wet to do the next coat.
Right, step one. Step one is grab your side skirt and inspect it. Yep. much where we want it to sit. Now we're probably going to do a dodgy and just double-sided tape it on because it seems to have stayed on the S15's roof spoiler and boot spoiler, so give it a shot. And give it a little bit of a wipey. And a little bit of this. Give it a rub down with a nice dry cloth. I have no idea how this is going to work. These scissors are shit. Shit scissors. Dog scissors. And that is how you dodgily put on a side skirt on your little shitbox. Rain dance! No, don't!